You know, I think any father that raises a daughter, you know, when you raise a child, you're always, as a parent, you're always wanting nothing but the best. But when you raise a daughter, there's something a little extra, and you don't ever want to find yourself in the position where your daughter falls in love with somebody, and you're like, honey, we got to figure out how to break these two up. And I got lucky with both daughters. They've both married two amazing young men. Paul is the latest addition to our family, so I've got no worries tonight. It's been very easy.
I remember back in 2018, I always host this annual Secret Santa event for everyone in Ashland, because, you know, it's a fun way to stay together even as we got into college. And Paul pulled me aside and he's like, I know you already pulled names and whatnot, but do you mind if I just add one more name? Yeah, sure, you know, what's just one more? And he's like, well, what's the name? He told me it's Kathryn. I was like, well, I've heard that name before occasionally. He talked to her in passing, but we never really dug too deep. As you know, we just never really pried in his personal life. We just heard of this wonderful girl and how much fun they were having together. And happy to say, she lived up to everything Paul said and more. She was just wonderful.
Tell me how the tables turned, how I've grown from lessons learned. Oh, I'll keep my faith in you. Even on my darkest days, I know that you will never change. Oh, I will love you the same. Oh, I will keep you safe for all my life. And you will have my heart for all of time. Even on your darkest days, you know that I will never change. Oh, I will love you the same.
We were discussing Kathryn, you know, because I haven't caught up with him in a while. And I asked him, I was like, is she the one? And no hesitation. He just looked at me as calm as could be. Yes. It wasn't a maybe. It wasn't a probably. It was as affirmative as you could be. It was a yes, she's the one. And, you know, there's an old saying that if you want to see what your future will look like, you should look to your past. But looking at their relationship over the past roughly 3.5 years, I have absolutely no doubt that their future has nothing but love, compassion, and just overall heartwarming laughter and love for each other.
Even on your darkest days, you know that I will never change. Oh, I will keep you safe for all my life. And you will have my heart for all of time. Even on your darkest days, you know that I will never change. Oh, I will love you the same. Oh, I will love you the same.
When Kathryn and Paul first met, I remember that Kathryn kind of called me out of the blue in the summer, and she told me that she'd met this new guy, and I was like, okay, that's nothing special, whoop-de-doo. Until she goes, I'm not so sure that he's ever going to want to see me again, and I was like, oh, I better sit down for this one then. Because I had known Kathryn for a while, and I thought, well, she can say some pretty interesting things, so let's hear it then. So I sat there and I waited for her to tell me this thing that she had said to this new guy, and she goes, well, first, his name is Paul, and he's really kind and handsome, and I like him a lot, which is unfortunate because I might have told him that his hair smells like spaghetti. And I just remember sitting there and laughing for so long over the silly things she had said to him and how she was so convinced that he was never going to want to speak to her again. But I'm so happy that you didn't, because you've turned into one of my all-time favorite couples. I have enjoyed watching you grow so much over the last couple of years. And living in the same city as you now, I get to see that so much more often, and I'm so thankful for that.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Oh, baby. Louis down to my drawers, LV all on my shoes. Oh, baby. I be dripping so much sauce, got a bit looking like Grey Goose. Oh, baby. Lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you, that's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. Yeah, I'm gold. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. They just say I'm not the baddest trick you like.